So Uttara comes running, Pahi Mam, Pahi Mam, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin Deva Deva, Jagatpate, in this way, comes running, and then Lord protects. And here, Kunti Maharani sees that how Lord, those situated outside, goes inside the womb of Uttara and saves the son of Abhimanyu. Kunti Maharani, now here, Krishna starts for going to Dwarka. Kunti Maharani prays, O Lord, you are the Purusha. Namaste Purushatvad Yamishara Papate Param. Alaksham Sarvabhutanam Antarvahir. You are not seen anywhere. You are not seen by an ordinary person. Alaksham Sarvabhutanam. Alaksham, that means you are not visible to everyone. Your opulence is not visible. Your sweetness is also not understood. Your antar bahir. You are inside also, you are outside also. And you have covered yourself by Maya Shakti. Intentionally you have covered. It is not that Lord is covered. There is a curtain which covers the eyes of the conditioned people. Like the cloud does not cover the sun. Our eyes are covered by the cloud. How can the sun be covered by cloud? In the same way, how can Krishna be covered by Maya? Though it has been said here, covered by the curtain, it is actually the eyes of the conditioned people, which is covered by Maya. You are only known to Muninas, Paramahamsa, Munis. They can easily understand you. But as a woman, how am I going to understand you perfectly? The 21st verse. Tatha Parama, 20th verse of Tatha Paramahamsana, Munina Mamalatmanam, Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartham, Katham Pashyama Istriya. These verses try to memorize. Kunti Maharani's verses. After completing 4-5 verses, we'll chant all the verses. Okay. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. Krishna, the Supreme Lord, Vasudevaya, the son of Vasudeva, Devaki Nandanaya, unto the son of Devaki, Nanda Gopa, Nanda and the cowherdmen, Kumaraya, unto the son, Govindaya, unto the personality of Godhead, who enlivens the cows and the senses, Namaha, respectful obeisances, Namaha, obeisances. Now here if you see, there's a gradation of the rasa. The gradation is going higher and higher. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, you're the son of Vasudeva. Now Vasudeva is in the Vatsalya rasa. But which type of Vatsalya rasa? Jnana Yukta Vatsalya rasa. He knows my son is God. So then, even Devaki also knows. Vasudevaya, Devaki, Nandanaya. Vasudeva and Devaki. They are Jnana Yukta Vatsalya rasa. Beyond that is Nanda Gopa Kumara. Nanda Baba and Yashoda. They have Vishuddha Vatsalya rasa. But the knowledge that my son is God is not there. When the knowledge is not there, then only you can be very free to your child. Like you can scold, you can take the stake, but same thing cannot be done by Devaki and Vasudeva. So they know that the child is God. That's why they said, even if the child grows big, if the mother loves the child very deeply, then mother is not bothered whether the child is Prime Minister of India or a big doctor or an engineer, doesn't bother. She has that rights to scold the child. At that time, the child cannot say, oh, now I'm a grown-up son. The moment that type of knowledge is there, the Vatsalya rasa weakens. The Vatsalya rasa weakens. The Vatsalya rasa is very strong. Where? In Gokul. Because the knowledge is not there. And beyond Vatsalya is Madhurya. That is why Govindaya. Go refers to Gopas. Go refers to Gopis. So Gopas has Sakya Rasa. So beyond even Vatsalya is the Sakya, and beyond even Sakya is here Govinda refers to the loving relationship of the gopis with Krishna. So Madhurya has been spoken, not even Sakya. Madhurya has been spoken. Okay. And Go also refers to cows and the senses. Though it has been given here, but Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, this actually verse speaks about the how the rasas, they go on increasing. So here Kunti Maharani says, anyhow, you are loved by the gopis, Madhurya, even Parakiya Madhurya, Swakiya Madhurya, whatever. You have to go to Dwarka, there you have Swakiya Madhurya Rasa. Your wives are there. What it matters, mother like me cries, because at least, or mother like me is compared to whom? Vasudeva and Devaki. Because they have the knowledge that Krishna is God. When I have the knowledge that you are God. So my Vatsalya Rasa is very weak compared to the Vatsalya Rasa of Nanda Baba and Yashoda. And beyond that, again, we are weak because you will be attracted to your wife. Naturally, that is why you are running to Dwarka. Sometimes mothers like criticizing would say, nah, abhi to shadi ho gaya. So this is what this verse has a sarcastic remark. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes very nicely about it. Okay. Gajendra Sutta Prabhu.
Correct. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. Translation and purpose by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Let me therefore offer my respectful obeisance unto the Lord, who has become pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda and the other power men of Vrindavan, and the end beginner of the cows and the sons. For the Lord, being thus unapproachable by any immediate effect out of unbounded and causeless mercy, descends on the earth as is in order to show his specified mercy upon his unalloyed devotees and to diminish the upsurges of the demonic persons. Queen Quinty specifically orders the incarnation or reason Sri Krishna above all other incarnations because in this particular incarnation he is more approachable. In the Rama incarnation, he remained a king's son from his very childhood. But in the incarnation of Krishna, although he was the son of a king, he at once left the shelter of his real father and mother, King Vasudeva and Queen Devaki, just after his appearance and went to the Blackpool Yashoda Mai to play the part of an ordinary cowherd boy in the blessed Rajabhumi, which is very sanctified because of his childhood pastimes. Therefore, Lord Krishna is more merciful than Lord Ram. He was undoubtedly were kind to Kunti, brother Vasudeva, and the family. Had he not been the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, Queen Kunti could not claim him to be her nephew and thus address Krishna in parental affection. But Nanda and Yashoda are more fortunate because they could release the Lord's childhood pastimes, which are more attractive than all other pastimes. There is no parallel to his childhood pastimes as exhibited at Brajbhumi, which are the prototypes of his eternal appearance in the original Krishna Loka described in as the Chintamani Dham in the Brahma Samhita. Lord Sri Krishna descended himself at Brajbhumi with all his transcendental entourage and paraphernalia. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore confirmed that no one is as fortunate as the residents of Brajbhumi, and specifically the cowherd girls who dedicate their everything for the satisfaction of the Lord. His pastime with Nanda and Yashoda and his pastimes with the cowherd man and especially with the cowherd boys and the cows have caused him to to be known as Govinda. Lord Krishna as Govinda is more inclined to the Brahmins than cows, indicating thereby that human prosperity depends more on these two items, namely Brahminical culture and cow protection. Lord Krishna is never satisfied with where there is lacking. Hare Krishna.
नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांगरे. Now intentionally Kunti Maharani is saying Naman Naman Naman. Now just the auntie is saying to nephew Namaste. How embarrassing it is for the nephew. Till now, your auntie, I'm talking about, bua, you say na, auntie. Suddenly the auntie says, Namaste. Yes, you're a big man. Anyhow, Naman to you. But now she cannot do Naman directly from the feet to Lord's face. Actually, when we take darshan of Lord, we should not directly go and peep the face of Lord because we don't have that type of qualification to see the face of Lord. The darshan of Lord is taken by the anugraha of the Acharya, and the darshan is taken from the feet to the face. Then you'll ask a question, Jagannath doesn't have feet only, then what? Jagannath has, how you look at him, he is Shyam Sundar. That is why you should not just think, oh, he's just half covered, he doesn't have feet. He is Shyam Sundar. He has a beautiful, wonderful lotus feet. Darshan is taken from bottom to top. Now, if Kunti Maharani sees from bottom to top, how embarrassing it is for Krishna. Oh, my auntie is looking from bottom to top. So then how she starts? She starts from the navel. Nama Pankaja Nava, Nama Pankaja Malini chest, Nama Pankaja Netra, Nama Pankaja Angre. That is the lotus feet. Nama means Naman, Pankaja Nabhaya, your navel, and then Nama Pankaja Malini, your chest, your face, lotus face, and your lotus feet. Now everything is compared with Pankaja. Pankaja. Panka means muddy, chickle. Ja means the flower which is born in a muddy place. Now let's see, even though born in a muddy place, the lotus is offered to Lord. And Lord's every anga is compared to lotus. Because though in the material world, unaffected by the material world. Though in the water, unaffected by the water. That's what Lord expects from with us. Though being in whatever ashrama, one should not be affected by that ashrama. One should just serve Krishna. Okay. Narayana read.
Nama Pankajanaಭಾಯ Nama Pankajamaline Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. My respectful obeisances are unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garlands of lotus flowers, whose glance is as cool as the lotus, and whose feet are engraved with lotuses. Purport. Here are some of the specific symbolical marks on the spiritual body of the personality of Godhead, which distinguish his body from the bodies of all others. The Hare Krishna?
Yeah, read.
Yeah. They are all special features of the body of the Lord. The Lord may appear as one of us, but he is always distinct by his specific bodily features. Srimati Kunti claims herself unfit to see the Lord because of her being a woman. This is claimed because women, Shudras, the laborer class, and the Dvijabandhus, or the wretched descendants of the higher three classes, are unfit by intelligence to understand transcendental subject matter concerning the spiritual name, fame, attributes, forms of the supreme absolute truth. Such persons, although they are unfit to enter into the spiritual affairs of the Lord, can see him as the Archa Vigraha who descends to the material world just to distribute favors to the fallen souls, including the above mentioned women Shudras and Dvijabandhus. Because such fallen souls cannot see anything beyond matter, the Lord condescends to enter into each and every one of the innumerable universes as Garbhodakshai Vishnu, who grows a lotus stem from the lotus like depression in the center of his transcendental abdomen, and thus Brahma, the first living being in the universe, is born. Therefore, the Lord is known as Pankajanabi. The Pankajanabi Lord accepts the Archa Vigraha, his transcendental form, in different elements, namely a form within the mind, a form made of wood, a form made of earth, a form made of metal, a form made of jewel, a form made of paint, a form drawn on sand, etc. All such forms of the Lord are always decorated with garlands of lotus flowers, and there should be a soothing atmosphere in the temple of worship to attract the burning attention of the non devotees always engaged in material wranglings. The mediators worship a form within the mind. Therefore, the meditators worship a form within the mind. Therefore, the Lord is merciful even to the women Shudras and Dvijabandhus, provided they agree to visit the temple of worship in different forms made for them. Such temple visitors are not idolaters, as alleged by some men with a poor fund of knowledge. All the great acharyas established such temples of worships in all places just to favor the less intelligent, and one should not pose himself as transcending the stage of temple worship while one is actually in the category of the Shudras and the women or less. One should begin to see the Lord from his lotus feet, gradually rising to the thighs, waist, chest, and face. One should not try to look at the face of the Lord without being accustomed to see the lotus feet of the Lord. Srimati Kunti, because of her being the aunt of the Lord, did not begin to see the Lord from the lotus feet because the Lord might feel ashamed. And thus, Kunti Devi, just to save a painful situation for the Lord, began to see the Lord just above his lotus feet, that is, from the waist of the Lord, gradually rising to the face, then down to the lotus feet. In the round, everything there is in order.
Okay. Next. यथा ऋषिकेशकलेन देवकी कंसेन दधातिचिरं सुचार्पिता विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभू त्वयैव नाथेन मुहुर्विपद्गणा यथा ऋषिकेशकलेन देवकी कंसेन रुधातिचिरं सुचार्पिता विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभो त्वयैव नाथेन मुहुर्विपद्गणा. Again, most important thing. He said, you are more merciful to me, O Lord, than even Devaki. So here, Yatha, as it were, Rishikesha, the master of senses, Kalena, by the envious Devaki, the mother of Sri Krishna, Kamsena, by King Kamsa, Rudha, imprisoned, Atichinam, for a long time, Sucharpita, distressed, Vimochita, released, Ahamcha, also myself, Sahatvajan, along with my children, Vibhav, O great one, Tvaya eva, by your lotus lordship, Nathen as a protector, Muhu, constantly, Vipadgana, from a series of dangers. So the comparison is like, O Lord, you released Devaki, who was long imprisoned by the envious King Kamsa, but you did not save her children. She lost all the children, but she had her husband. The Kunti Maharaj's husband is gone. Like where she says, even though you saved Devaki, but you did not save her children, but you saved my children along with me. The reason can be, yes, I have no one to protect. That is why you saved my children along with me. But Devaki, who was long imprisoned, Vasudeva and Devaki, they lost all the children. In this way, he says, you're very merciful, O Lord. You're more merciful to me than even your mother, Devaki. You are more merciful to me and show the mercy now also. You be here. Why you have to go to Dwarka? So in this way, somehow she wants Krishna to not go to Dwarka. That is why she is going on saying, you're more merciful, you're so wonderful. Till now she was like criticizing also. At the same time, when you criticize more, there is a fear. Oh, I have criticized too much. Krishna may run away. So again, now you're praising. And what is that praising? You're more merciful to me than even Devaki and Vasudeva. Okay, Bimla, read.
Hare Krishna. यथा ऋषिकेश खलेन देवकी कंसेन रुधाति चिरं शुचार्जिता विमोचिताहं च सहत्मजा विभो त्वये नाथेन मुहुर्विपदगणात्. Translation: O Rishikesh, master of the senses and Lord of Lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious king Kansa, and me and my children from a series of constant dangers. Purport: Devaki, the mother of Kansa and sister of King Kansa, was put into prison along with her husband Vasudeva because the envious king was afraid of being killed by Devaki's eighth son, Krishna. He killed all the sons of Devaki who were born before Krishna, but Krishna escaped the danger of child slaughter because he was transferred to the house of Nanda Maharaj, Lord Krishna's foster father. Kunti Devi, along with her children, was also saved from a series of dangers. But Kunti Devi was shown far more favor because Lord Krishna did not save the other children of Devaki, whereas he saved the children of Kunti Devi. This was done because Devaki's husband Vasudeva was living, whereas Kunti Devi was a widow, and there was none to help her except Krishna. The conclusion is that Krishna imparts more favor to a devotee who is in greater dangers. Sometimes he puts his pure devotees in such dangers because in that condition of helplessness, the devotee becomes more attached to the Lord. The more the attachment is there for the Lord, the more success is there for the devotees. Hare Krishna.
So Srila Prabhupada chants one verse where Prabhupada says, Yasyaham anugrahami hadishet dhanam shanai tato adhanam tejanti yasya sajanam dukkha dukhitam. O Lord, to whoever you favor, Yasyaham anugrahami, you have favored me a lot. Harishet dhanam shanai, you have removed all the dhana. When all the dhana is gone, naturally, tejanti yasya sajanam dukkha dukhitam. Even when the dhana is not there, sajana also goes out. People come to you by, if you have money, then they'll come to you. If you don't have money to spend on them, your relatives all will run away. So, Yasyaham anugrahami. So, Prabhupada used to go on, every day he used to chant this many times. Yasyaham anugrahami harishet tadanam shanai. You removed all my wealth. And all my wealth is gone. Tejanti yasya sujanam dukkha dukhitam. So, all the sujanas also are gone. So, in this way, the Prabhupada used to chant. Here also it is that to whoever Lord shows anugraha, Lord gives more miseries. But a devotee doesn't see that misery as a miserable condition. Because if sajanas are not there, then only you can chant. If all are just in and around you, then how will you chant? And if you have a lot of money, then you will just do the things for your sense gratification. So that money is replaced by Lakshmi. Devotee doesn't have money. Devotee have a lot of Lakshmi to spend for Krishna. Devotees don't have material relations. Devotees have spiritual relations, spiritual son, spiritual daughter in this way. That means everybody is inclined in devotional service. So one should not think, oh, Krishna, already nobody comes to you. And if this verse is there, really no one will come to you. No. Krishna favors the devotee by removing the tendency to enjoy the material life. So in this way, the things which makes a person enjoy the material life, that thing will be removed from the devotee. And Krishna replaces that with the tendency to serve Krishna. That is why his money is no more an ordinary money. It becomes dhana, the real dhana, the dhana or Lakshmi to serve Krishna. Okay. Then now, Krishna can ask, in what way I have served you and your son? The answer is there in the 24th verse. Vishan Mahagneha Purusha Darshanat Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krishrutah Mrude Mrude Aneka Maharathostro Mrude Mrude Aneka Maharathastato Drone Yastrastash Chasma Hare Abhirakshitah Vishan Mahagneha Purusha Darshanat Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krishrutah Mrudhe Mrudhe Aneka Maharathastrato Dronyastatashchasma Are Abhirakshataha. You saved my son from poison. Bhima was administered for poison by Duryodhana. Lord saved him. Mahagne from the lack house. Purusha Darshanat from the meat eater cannibal. Then in the Sabha, it was a vicious Sabha, Asat Sabha. There also, you saved my daughter-in-law, Draupadi. You saved us in Vanavasa. You remained with us in Vanavasa. So much of suffering was there. But still, you have always saved us. Mrudhe Mrudhe Aneka Maharatha. So again and again in the battle, all these Maharathis, they had weapons. Astrataha, the son of Dronacharya, Ashwathama. Again, Astrataha. So you saved us from all these difficulties. You have always protected us, O Lord. Abhirakshataha. Abhirakshitaha. One should always see the hand of Krishna in everything. Any dangerous situation is there, understand. If one is saved, understand Krishna is there. Krishna saves the devotee from all the dangerous situations. That doesn't mean that devotees stand in the corner of the bus and chant Narsimarti. Oh Lord, you are there to save. Sit inside and chant Narsimarti. Once it's so happened. Srila Prabhupada, he sat in the bus and some devotees were left practically hanging out and they were chanting Narsimarti. Lord is there to save us. Prabhupada said, come inside and chant. So yes, faith, complete faith should be there. Lord is there to protect us in all circumstances. That doesn't mean that you have to test Lord every time. Instead, one Shankaracharya told, Vedas are true. Then this boy told, okay, really? Yes, Vedas are true. Then he went to the top of the temple and said, if Vedas are true, I'll jump from here. Then nothing should happen to me. He jumped. He broke his hands and legs. He came to Shankaracharya. Then he told, oh Gurudev, you told Vedas are true. I went and told the same thing. He told, what did you say? He said, if Vedas are true, then even if I jump, nothing should happen. Adi Shankaracharya kept quiet. He just lifted this boy, took him on the top of the temple and told Vedas are true, Vedam Satyam, dropped him. So whatever injuries he had, everything again, it became all right. He told, how is it that when you dropped me, everything is all right? He said, because I said Vedam Satyam. I did not say if Vedam Satyam. Is if and but is not there. That complete faith should be there. That Krishna is there, Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna is there to protect me in every circumstances. A devotee need not be afraid of anything. A devotee should always understand, Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna has told this to declare even to Arjuna. Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Arjuna says, Krishna's devotees will never perish. Krishna would have declared that. But Krishna intentionally asked Arjuna to declare. Because Krishna knows the sadhus don't have that faith in Krishna's words. But if devotee says, then Krishna is there to protect the words of the devotees. So what Krishna protects? Krishna protects the words of the devotees. If devotees say, Krishna protects the words. That much faith should be there. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna is there to protect us in all circumstances. Okay. So here, Abhirakshitaha, O Lord, you have protected us from all the dangers. So many dangers went on coming again and again, again and again. But then you are there to protect us. Okay. Jhumu, read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Vishan Mahagneha Purushad Darshanad Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krichritaha Mridhe Mridhe Anika Maharathastrato Dronyastratastashma Harebhya Rakshitaha. Translation and
Tasma.
Dronyastratashma Harebhya Rakshitaha. Okay. Translation. My dear Krishna, your lordship has protected us from a poisoned cake, from a great fire, from cannibals, from the vicious assembly, from sufferings during our exile in the forest, and from the battle where great generals fought. And now you have saved us from the weapon of Ashwathama. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The list of dangerous encounters is submitted herein. Devaki was once put into difficulty by her envious brother, otherwise she was well. But Kunti Devi and her sons were put into one difficulty after another for years and years together. They were put into trouble by Duryodhana and his party due to the kingdom, and each and every time the sons of Kunti were saved by the Lord. Once Bhima was administered poison in a cake. Once they were put into a house made of shellac and set afire, and once Draupadi was dragged out and attempts were made to insult her by stripping her naked in the vicious assembly of the Kurus. The Lord saved Draupadi by supplying an immeasurable length of cloth, and Duryodhana's party failed to see her naked. Similarly, when they were exiled in the forest, Bhima had to fight with the man-eater demon Hidimba Rakshasa. But the Lord saved him. So it was not finished there. After all these tribulations, there was the great battle of Kurukshetra, and Arjuna had to meet such great generals as Drona, Bhishma, and Karna, all powerful fighters. And at last, even when everything was done away with, there was Brahmastra released by the son of Dronacharya to kill the child within the womb of Uttara. And so the Lord saved the only surviving descendant of the Kurus, Maharaj Parikshit. Hare Krishna.
So list of dangers have been given right from the beginning. There is only dangers. And in the end also there is danger. When Yudhishthira Maharaj has become a king, at least now the time has come to settle. Now also there is a danger from Ashwathama. Now after this, did she pray that leave, O Lord, in this way you go on protecting us? No. This is the most important verse, 25th verse, because of which Kunti Maharani is glorified by all the saints. Vipada Santata Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagadguru Bhavato Darshanam Yasya Abunar Bhavadarshanam Vipada Santuta Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagadguru Bhavato Darshanam Yasya Abunar Bhavadarshanam. The Lord says, it's good now, I have saved you, now what do you want more? I saved you from everything. No, you give all the difficulties again. Because now you are giving us a wonderful kingdom, but you are going to go away from us. So those calamities, let it be there. Again and again give it, O Jagadguru. Because at least we were seeing you. And now if you go, then what will happen? Bhavataha darshana, we have to see again this material world. I don't want to see. I want to see the material world means again punarapi jannam, punarapi maranam, bhava darshanam. That's why she says, oh Lord, you give all the repeated days again and again. At least you be there with us. Okay. Krishna Priya Mataji read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Vipada santuta sashvat tatra tatra jagadguru bhavato darshanam yatsat punarbhava darshanam.
You can
Translation.
Syad then apunar.
Yasyadya punar.
Syad apunar.
Yasyad
Apunar.
apunar bhava darshanam.
Apunar bhava darshanam.
Apunar bhava darshanam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. Purport. Generally, the distressed, the needy, the intelligent, and the inquisitive who have performed some pious activities worship or begin to worship the Lord. Others who are thriving on misdeeds only, regardless of status, cannot approach the Supreme due to being misled by the illusory energy. Therefore, for a pious person, if there is some calamity, there is no other alternative than to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord means preparing for liberation from birth and death. Therefore, even though there are some so-called calamities, they are welcome because they give us an opportunity to remember the Lord, which means liberation. One who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are accepted as the most suitable boat for crossing the ocean of nescience, can achieve liberation as easy as one leaps over the holes made by the hoofs of a calf. Such persons are meant to reside in the abode of the Lord, and they have nothing to do with a place where there is danger in every step. This material world is certified by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita as a dangerous place full of calamities. Less intelligent persons prepare plans to adjust to those calamities without knowing that the nature of this place is itself full of calamities. They have no information of the abode of the Lord, which is full of bliss and without trace of calamity. The duty of the sane person, therefore, is to be undistributed by worldly calamities, which are sure to happen in all circumstances. Suffering all sorts of unavoidable misfortunes, one should make progress in spiritual realization because that is the mission of human life. The spirit soul is transcendental to all material calamities. Therefore, the so called calamities are called false. A man may see a tiger swallowing him in a dream, and he may cry for this calamity. Actually, there is no tiger and there is no suffering. It is simply a case of dreams. In the same way, all calamities of life are said to be dreams. In someone is lucky enough to get in contact with the Lord by devotional service, it is all gain. Contact with the Lord by any one of the 9 devotional services is always a forward step on the path going back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
So the verses for Samashitaye Padapallava is second paragraph. That is this verse. Samashitaye Padapallava Mahat Padam Punyayasho Murari Bhavam Buddhirvatsa Padam Param Padam 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 Vipadam Natesham. We have done this verse, remember? In Bhakti Shastri. Whoever takes the shelter of Lord, Samashitaye Padapallava Plavam. One time Pada has told. 8 times in this Pada comes. Samashitaye Padapallava Plavam. How is it Krishna's lotus feet? It's like the boat. Mahat Padam. Punyeshu Murari. It is Mahat Padam. Whose it is? The killer of the devil, Mura. Mahat Padam Punyeshu Murari. Bhavam Buddhir Vatsa Padam Param Padam. Vatsa Padam. The whole world becomes like the the footprint of a hoof of the calf. That much size only it becomes. The whole material ocean becomes Bhavam Buddhir Vatsa Padam. Parampadam. Parampadam means that it is very easy to cross and jump to Parampadam. Parampadam means Vaikuntha. How many became? 1, 2, 3, 4. Padam Padam. 4, 5, 6, 7 are there. Padam Padam. Every step there is only Vipadam. Vipadam means danger. There also Padam is there, but Vipadam. 7 times Padam Padam. So every step there is danger. And what we pray to Lord, oh Lord, protect us from danger. But here Kunti Maharani, what she says, oh Lord, give me all the dangers again and again. Because after giving us a wonderful situation, you're trying to go. So instead of that, give us all the difficulties so that you can be there with us in every difficulty. Janma Ishwarya Shuta Shri Edaman Madha Kumar Naivarati Abhajatum Gayet Swami Kanchana Gocharam. Again, very wonderful verse. Janma Aishwarya Shuta Shri Edha Man Madha Kuman Naivarati Abhidhatum Vayet Swam Akinchana Gocharam. Whoever Akinchana Gocharam. Let us see from first. Janma, birth. Aishwarya, opulence. Or you can say, yes, opulence. Shruta, your education. Shri, beauty. These 4 things are enough. Edamana, Madha Puman. Puman means human. To make a person mad. Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri. Na eva harati. I don't want all these things. These things are not, they are not so wonderful for those who are materially exhausted. Akinchana Gochara. Oh Lord, these things are not appealing to those who are materially exhausted. Lord can be easily approached by whom but? Akinchana Gocharam. Only Akinchana Gocharam, those who have no pride over all these things. Janma, Aishwarya, Shuta, Shri. As a king, Kulashekar Alvar, he had all these things. But still he says, oh Lord, if you have given it, what I can do? But anyhow, I am not interested in it. If it is there, use it. But what is my desire? In every Janma, I should just serve you. So somebody has good birth, Janma, Aishwarya, somebody has a lot of wealth, somebody has good education, somebody has nice beauty. But that doesn't mean that you should become proud of it. One can use all these things in Krishna's service. Krishna here does not say that you throw away all these things. You can only approach Lord when you are materially exhausted. That means you have no intention of using this for material benefit. You are using it for spiritual benefit. If somebody is beautiful, what you'll do? You'll scratch his body and make himself ugly. If he has a lot of wealth, will he throw out? If he is educated, will he stop going to those schools, colleges? But the desire is not to enjoy matter. The desire is to serve Krishna. Okay. Basandani Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thanks for the service. Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shribhir Edhamana Madha Pumam Naivarahati Abhidatum Vahi Tvam Akinchana Gocharan. Tvam Akinchana Gocharan. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feelings. Purport. Being materially advanced means taking birth in an aristocratic family and possessing great wealth, an education, and attractive personal beauty. All materialistic men are mad after possessing all these material opulences, and this is known as the advancement of material civilization. But the result that by but the result is that by possessing all these material assets, one becomes artificially puffed, intoxicated by such temporary possessions. Consequently, such materially puffed persons are incapable of uttering the holy name of the Lord by addressing him feelingly. O Govinda, O Krishna. It is said in the Shastras that by once uttering the holy name of the Lord, the sinner gets rid of the quantity of sins that is that he is unable to commit. Huh? The sinner gets rid of the quantity of sins that he is unable to commit. Such is the power of uttering the holy name of Lord. There is not the least exaggeration in this statement. Actually, the Lord's holy name has such powerful potency, but there is quality to such utterances also. It depends on the quality of feeling. A helpless man can feelingly utter the holy name of the Lord, whereas a man who utters the same holy name in great material satisfaction cannot be so sincere. A materially puffed up person may utter the holy name of the Lord occasionally, but he is incapable of uttering the name in quality. Therefore, the four principles of material advancements, namely high parentage, good wealth, high education, and attractive beauty, are, so to speak, disqualifications for progress on the path of spiritual advancement. The material covering of the pure spirit soul is an external feature, as much as fever is an external feature of the unhealthy body. The general process is to decrease the degree of the fever and not to aggravate it by maltreatment. Sometimes it is seen that a spiritually advanced person becomes materially impoverished. This is no discouragement. On the other hand, such impoverishment is a good sign as much as the falling of temperature is a good sign. The principle of life should be to decrease the degree of material intoxication, which leads one to be more and more illusioned about the aim of life. Grossly illusioned persons are quite unfit for entrance into the kingdom of God. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Stop here. Any questions you can ask.
Hare Krishna Mataji. How Madhurya Ras is higher than Vatsalya Ras? First question. And darshan is from feet to face. Why from feet to face? And third question, why women are always considered to be less intelligent everywhere? And fourth is, all calamities of life are said to be dreams. Calamities of life are dreams.
Okay. So your first question,
Madhurya Ras higher than Vatsalya.
Madhurya Ras, why it is more deeper than Vatsalya Ras. So when we saw the different types of rasas at that time, we saw that in Dasya Rasa, there is service attitude plus respect. In Sakya, there is respect, service attitude, sense of equality. Okay. Then in Vatsalya, service attitude is there, revelation is also there, service attitude is there, sense of equality is there, but sense of taking care is there. Now, Vatsalya, I'm taking care of my son, is Krishna. So here, knowledge is there, is God, then it is Jnana Yukta. Knowledge is not there, then it is Vishuddha. But the devotee thinks I am taking care. And then in the Madhurya, everything has been given. Tan, man, dhan, everything is given to Lord. The gopis have given everything to Krishna. And they have not asked any position also. That is why Parakiya Bhavarasa is more deeper or greater than Swakiya Bhavarasa. At least the queens of Dwarka, they got the position of the queens. But what position did the gopis get? Ashulka Dasika. They are dasis but not getting any payment. Ashulka Dasika. They're just serving. This was the first question. So that is why Madhuri Rasa is beyond Vatsalya. But every rasa is perfect by itself. Every rasa is perfect. Like 25 liters ml bottle is also perfect. 50 is also perfect. So here, the devotees in Madhuri Rasa cannot fight with Hanuman and say, your rasa is less than. No. In the Dasya Rasa, Hanuman is perfect. In Madhuri Rasa, the queens are perfect in their Madhuri Rasa. The gopis are also perfect in their Madhuri Rasa. This was the first question. Second question is?
Darshan from feet to face.
Face to face. The darshan from feet to face. When you look at the feet, you are showing your humility. Because directly seeing Lord's face, even seeing Lord's feet also, one has to ask the permission of the acharyas. Seeing Lord's feet, then slowly going up. There, showing one's inability even to see you, Krishna. Actually, I have come to show myself to you so that you can take all the services from me. That is why. Even the devotee feels shy to see even the face of Krishna. I am not capable to see. If you see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took darshan, he used to stand in very far, hold the pillar, and from there he used to go and from there he used to take darshan. That means I am not qualified to see you, Lord. I am coming here to show myself to you so that you can take the best utility of mine. Okay. The next is why women are always called as Shudras.
To enter into the spiritual affairs of the Lord.
Yeah. Huh?
Intelligent. Less intelligent, and they are unfit to enter into the spiritual affairs of the Lord.
That is why deity worship is given for the less intelligent people. So it is why? Because they don't know how to delineate or how to understand what is Brahman, what is that effulgence, what is that tark with the arguments. They're simple-hearted people. When you say less intelligent, here refers to simple-hearted. You say Krishna is drinking milk, they will say yes, Arsha Vigna is drinking milk. They accept. That is why Krishna says Param Gatim. I give Param Gatim to less intelligent people who don't show their intelligence before me. Here also other meaning is there. Don't try to show intelligence before Lord. When Lord says, the story is there behind this. There's a cobbler and there's a Brahmana. Narada comes to the Brahmana, to the cobbler first. No, first to the Brahmana. What Brahmana? Brahmana is asking, what Lord is doing in Vaikuntha? He says, he is trying to
Pass the elephant.
remove the elephant from the needle, right? From the eyes of the needle.
He is trying to pass the elephant to the eyes of a needle.
Pass to the eyes of the needle. Brahmana said, don't fool me. He went to cobbler. Cobbler is what? Shudra. What Lord is doing there? He is trying to pass the elephant from the eyes of the needle. Oh, is it? Lord can do everything. Immediately accepted. So this tarka vitarka is there with the Brahmana. That is why he was unfit to go to Vaikuntha. But those who don't have this type of attitude, just accept. That is why you see the crowd, when Bhagavatam class is there, the crowd of the women is more than the crowd of the men. Easy acceptance, easily accepting, without any argument. That should be the quality.
Mataji, in this case, even the wives of the Brahmanas, the story from the wife of the Brahmanas, readily accepted the Lord. whereas Brahmanas were engaged in all the fire sacrifices.
No, Lord asked, Lord sent, I am hungry. They told, wait. Tell him to wait. Afterwards, the yajna, Uchishta will be given. But when the wives or Brahmanas, when they heard, oh, Krishna is hungry, first they fell unconscious. Then they took everything, whatever they had to feed Krishna. They did not wait up to the yajna is done. No. Krishna wants readily giving. That was Striyo Vaishya Sada Shrutis. Krishna says, they don't have much intelligence to study Vedas. They don't have much intelligence to then study the Vedas and afterwards try to analyze, find the logics. It is said where logics and bhakti begins. That is a bhakti Vedanta. Where Vedas end, logics of the Vedas end, bhakti begins. So there you cannot say how, why, where. No. Yes. Krishna eats, then Krishna eats. Bas. Okay.
Mataji, in this case, Lord is even much more merciful to women than to men.
Very good.
So that less intelligent, that word less intelligent is not like an abuse. Because
Acha,
this
acha.
other word in English, we cannot say any other word besides less intelligent. Because if you see,
Less argumentative, you can say. Less argumentative.
they readily act Lord as Lord, whereas men, on the other hand, they will go through all the logical affirmations and denials just to conclude later on that Lord is Lord.
Hmm.
वो
True.
जो आप नाक को सीधा पकड़ते हैं, वो नाक को उल्टा घुमा घुमा के पकड़ते हैं, वो वाला चीज.
सीधा पकड़ते हैं तो भी less intelligent.
that is the problem with English, Mataji.
Yes. Exact
Fourth
word.
one. What's the fourth question?
All calamities of life are said to be dreams. But suffering is real. Means actually.
If you consider it as a real, it is real. If you consider dream as real, it is real. If you consider this as we said, passing of the time, this time passes. It's not. Like Sudama, Kunti Maharani, Pandavas. If you see, they were put in more difficulty. But they did not consider that as a difficulty. Because Krishna is there. For devotee, this is only just prarabdha karmas. Karma, karmic reactions. Then goes on. It is not difficulty. Difficulty is considered difficulty only we understand when we consider that as difficult. It is like the dog, barking of the dog. Dog barks, you just walk. Dog will bark and afterwards be quiet. Like you have some body problem. You go on contemplating on that, your problem increases more. You divert your mind. That is why if a person is in devotional service, all these things will be there, prarabdha karmas, whatever it is there. But then if you are in a devotional service, you will forget. Or you will sit with that only. That is why it is a dream. In the dream you saw, like yesterday I had a dream. I was sleeping very nice. Suddenly I had a dream I'm falling down. But then I did not fall down. But there was a jerk. Yes, that was a dream. So even if you fall down also, that is also a dream. In real sense also you fall down. But then again it's a dream only. Dream means it's only a passing of the time.
Thank you so much.
There, Sagar Prabhu.
Hare
Your hands
Krishna.
are up. Yeah.
I would thank you for this answer to you and your son. About intelligence, I'm a little bit confused because in Bhagavad Gita it is said opposite, like that intelligence is actually one of the qualities of a woman. And this is the Bhagavad Gita 10.34.
Read the verse.
So 10, 10.34.
Yeah, read the verse.
Mrityu sarva harashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirti shrir vacha narinam smritirmeda dritikshama. So this meda means intelligence. So I am all devouring death, and I am generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Krishna glorifies. Krishna
So,
glorifies the
I
simplicity.
would say that women are really intelligent in some things, but I'm a little bit confused. Like there is a little bit different statements. Yeah, maybe intelligence is not is English word. Intelligence, yes, is not.
It's not the right word.
Right word, but yeah.
At the same time, it's the right word also. Not having the intelligence to go on analyzing the logics. That intelligence has not been given. Simple intelligence, simple acceptance. Chanakya Pandit also says women should be cared like gold. Women, children, they should be cared like gold. You cannot keep them on the streets. Another place Chanakya Pandit says, a women, children, old age person, and a mad person speak something, don't take it much to the heart. Because they're less secured. And the woman says something, immediately husband should not take one talwar and stand. No. Women speak and they forget very fast. If they don't forget,
Vimla
then
Mata is denying.
neglect.
Vimla Mata is denying vehemently.
If they forget, it's good. If they go on keeping it like chewing gum, then what will happen? You'll go on, you'll go on, you'll go on. Even in your old age also, you'll speak, oh, what happened 35 years before? My mother is a typical example of that. So she'll go on. Yes, women don't forget certain things. But if she's using that intelligence in Krishna's service, she'll forget. Women, drawbacks are also there, plus points are also there. Every cloth has a drawback and a plus point. So as much as women's drawback is there, advantage is also there. Men's drawback is there, advantage is there. But whatever it is, men or a woman, they are Prakriti. Only man is Krishna. Only person is Krishna, who is the enjoyer. So it is suppose a man has a tendency like a woman. Then what do you say? Oh, he is like a womanish. You say no. It's not necessary woman means woman only. Woman can be like a man. And man can be like a woman. Gossiping tendency. Who has? If you generally see, it is woman. If a man starts gossiping tendency, then what you say? Hey, ladki jaisa gossip kar. Generally, you speak like that. Fear first comes in the heart of a woman. It starts coming in the heart of a man. Okay, drawbacks. I'm only speaking about the drawbacks. Gossip is there. Jealousy. The highest is there in the woman. But then if it comes in the man, but plus points now. Woman has tolerance. That is why she is mother. Krishna did not place the child in the father's womb. That much tolerance is not there. Grooming the children. Who has? Mother. That is why mother's presence is most important in the house. Father is not present also chalega, but mother should be present. For grooming the child. Father cannot do. Father doesn't have patience even to feed the child. Leave aside making the child sleep. You sleep or I'll sleep. Father has no tolerance. You name anything. Simplicity, nature of the woman. Simple heart. If somebody comes to ask, immediately the woman's heart melts. They do not. Man will think, no way. So, plus minus is there in all the cloth. So, this is the body. Body is the cloth. Whatever it is, whatever advantages is there, disadvantages is there, take everything and serve Krishna. Simple. Yes, Narayana?
Thank you.
Why that is up now?
Yeah, I also wanted to add to the answer.
Yeah.
My Prabhuji was asking, he quoted the most proper verse, but in that verse purport it is also said that these virtues, these seven opulences, that is fame is kirti, opulence is beauty is shri, vak is speech, smriti is memory, medha is intelligence, dhriti is firmness, and shama is patience. All these words are feminine words. So in that purport, Prabhupada writes that these properties are considered feminine, and these properties are to be imbued by men and women both. Like women have them, but men have to also adhere to these opulences.
Yes.
And from the point of view of intelligence, in that verse, in intelligence, I think you only told this thing when you were teaching this verse, that from the point of view of women, they have got that emotional intelligence more than logical intelligence. You require emotional intelligence, and that is where women are they have the trump over men.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. This is a very good explanation. Thank you.
Acha, Mataji, I have a doubt. 20th verse purport, Prabhupada is writing Krishna as incarnation. Now, I'm unable to understand that.
Which ones?
20th verse purport.
What is the problem?
Wait, I had closed the book. Wait, I had opened it.
Where it is incarnation?
The second line itself.
Second line, it says the Upanishad that the supreme truth, absolute truth, beyond the range.
21st verse, Krishna, Queen Kunti specifically adores the incarnation or descent of Lord Krishna above all other incarnations, because in this particular incarnation he is much more approachable.
Incarnation. The word I told you, English word is very insufficient to understand. Incarnation means avatar. Avatar means utarna. Lord has descended. Simple. So incarnation, that doesn't mean always the change of the form. Lord has appeared and very easily approachable because he behaves like a human child. Very easy approachable. Now Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, it's not very easily approachable. And when Lord appears in his full form, very easily approachable. Incarnates, appears. Simple. Okay.
Yes. Many questions, but we'll ask it in the next class. You must be having a pain. We'll have it in the next class.
Okay. You have many questions, you can ask. Another 10 minutes you can give.
No. That
Okay.
I'll ask you on my call.
Okay. Next class you can ask. Panchakarpatari Dashak Pasan Chakati Dhanam Pavani Vishnu Vishnu Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.